Recording to the. All righty. I didn't know I could do that while.
Yeah, you can turn it on and off anytime that you want to.
Okay. Are we live? That is the question.
Yes.
All right. I don't know what happened to my YouTube. Anyways, all right. Well, welcome to Tuesday Night Hangout, episode 21. I am Shane with Never Trust a Skinny Chef Shane. You can find me at ppgshane.com. We have Sean Simon. Sean, where can we meet you at?
You can find me at ppggrandpa.com and iflyparamotors.com. Welcome, everybody.
Brian Waller, where can we meet you?
The next fly-in, Moonshiners, if you want to meet me in person, or if you want to see me on YouTube, yeah, ppgbrian.com. Check it out.
Mark Elroy, where can we meet you at, sir?
On YouTube at Paralife PPG or online, paralifeppg.com.
And Miss Flying Flamingo, Jade, where can we meet you at?
Paramotorgirl.com on YouTube and also Flying Flamingo Jade.
Can you tell your husband to keep it down over here? We're trying to do a show. What's wrong with him?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Tell he's gonna be the first one sleeping in the coop. Linda, Miss Linda. What happened? You fell off.
I know. I told you. I even rebooted everything, and I got on Zoom, and then it freezes up. I got to reboot again. But I don't know if this works or not. But I kind of switched around where move my computer, so it's actually. My mom is in her office downstairs, so maybe I'm closer to the modem. Does that make sense? Even though I was over like to this wall, it was running slower, so I moved everything. So now I'm like my desk is like actually over the modem. Does that make sense? Anybody?
Well, not the modem, but the router.
Oh, the router, whatever it is. Yeah. So I'm hoping that helps it a little bit during the zoomy. So yeah, so I have a weird different background or whatever. So
very nice. Linda, where can we find you at?
Oh yeah, ParamotorUSA.com or on Thursday night on paraglidingtalk.com with the one and only Robert Michaels, the awesomest. There you go.
Awesome. Okay, so my wife just got back from vacation today with my daughter, and she had a really good time.
Good.
She told me that my daughter and her friend went horseback riding every day, like a couple times a day. They stayed at my wife's cousin's house, and they have a bunch of horses, and whenever you want to go ride, you just saddle one up and take off through the woods and so forth. My wife texted me and told me that she went horseback riding. I said, "You're going to be sore." She's like, "No, I only rode for a little bit." Yeah, she can barely walk right now.
Oh, yeah. I've gone on like 4-hour horseback riding, and yeah, you talk about the next day not being able to walk. Yeah. You don't realize how many muscles you use when you're just trying to stay in that saddle. But yeah, well, that's cool.
Well,
I'm glad they had a good time on the horses. That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, up there it's all hilly and everything, so you're truly not able to what did I just do? Okay. You're not able just to sit there and ride. You have to you have to hang on because it's steep and it's just a pain in the butt.
I've done that. Yep.
It's a pain in the quads.
Yeah. What the air? I know it's got.
That's not me.
Oh, you probably hear me on the road. Let me go ahead and mute myself.
Oh, that's you. Okay, Sean. That's funny.
Oh,
that's really cool.
How's your legs, honey? I was just telling a story about you riding horses.
I'm so proud of you, Kristen. I'm so proud of you, Christina. So proud of you.
Thank you.
How fun is that?
Shots fired from Linda.
Yeah.
But anyways, so let me tell you what I did the last 6 days. I flew a lot and I babysit 2 dogs. Really, that was about it until today before the wife came home, and I cleaned the house and made sure everything was nice and neat. And now I'm exhausted. I got to go to work tomorrow and I don't want to. This vacation life, I could do this every day, just so you know. So if anybody wants to pay me to be on like Brian Waller, now I get it, Brian. I really truly.
Oh, you get tired of it, man. Pretty quick. So how many flights did you have in over those 6 days?
I flew over. I flew once every day, and I want to say I flew over 8 or 9 hours total between the 6 days. Actually, I missed one day, the Friday. So I just put in airbags in the back of my truck for towing, and I didn't fly Friday morning. So I should say 5 days I flew and put in 8 or 9 hours in those 5 days of flight time. So I can't complain. It was, I mean, absolute butter air every single time. We flew, literally no wind. And Sean, you were talking about when I told you that I was blowing my vape in the air to see which way the wind was blowing, and
Right.
It just settled onto the grass. I tried taking a picture of it, but it was too dark. Like, you couldn't really tell what it was over the grass, so the picture's no good. But yeah, again today, I hit my vape, blew it up in the air, and it literally stayed together and just fell to the ground over time. We're talking a minute and a half of it just sitting there sinking, and then it hits the grass and spreads out. There was absolutely no wind.
That's the most
So-
nil wind ever. Now, how long does it take for you to get in the air on nil wind like that? How many steps you think?
20, 25 maybe. It doesn't take long. I swear to you, I have, and every morning we have filled up the tanks, our fuel tanks, and so I'm now running with a 2-meter radio, full tank reserve. I haven't put my flotation back on yet, but I mean, it just doesn't. I prefer to only take a couple steps and be in the air, but then when the wind's like that, it's just not as comfortable flying for me as it is when there's no wind. So I would rather run 20, 25 feet or steps and have absolute butter air than I would taking 5 or 6 and then having to be bounced around the whole time. My preference.
Yeah,
So,
I'm
what
the
is
same
everybody-
as you.
Yeah, I would rather have smooth air and hands off and literally just go any direction I want without having to worry about which way the wind's blowing.
How about you, Mark? You been getting in some airtime, man?
No, not much in the last week. One flight, and I'm exactly like Shane. I'd much rather have nil wind.
Yeah, I'm for it. Well, now Brian don't care, and he's got a strike. If there's no wind, Brian's like, I don't care. I'm trying.
That's right, man. Take off, man. Got the wheels. Take off with a full tank. No wind. Trims out. No big deal.
Yeah, look who just showed up in the chat. The long lost DP.
DP.
Hello.
Say,
He,
hey, in the
he's been. I haven't seen him in what, 2 weeks maybe.
He's probably flying all the time
Will
now.
Fly, yeah, right. Will Fly said, I like seeing Shane run.
I think DP's waiting on gear till like August, isn't he? Like he has to wait. He has to wait on his motor or something.
He got his motor, I think, early.
Oh,
I do
So he's getting some more flights now? Do we
Oh,
know?
I
maybe
haven't talked.
maybe he needs to tell us a little something. I haven't heard from him in a while.
I know. DP, tell me if you want to come in or not. I can send you the user or the
You
link.
better get his booty in here. Jeez.
I figured that's why we hadn't seen him in the chats or whatever, is because he's
Yeah.
been flying her. But he
I
says he's
know.
been working a lot.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So anybody else flying? What have we been doing?
I've been flying
Since
as
last
much
week.
as I can.
How are you flying with school going on?
Well, my students aren't always at the school. My students only come when they're able to come.
Oh, that's
So
right.
it's an open door right now, and probably August I'm going to start doing scheduled time for students that want to come in for like a 10-day class. So right now no one can do a 10-day class. I got one guy that wants to, but he hasn't been able to make it over here yet. As soon as he does, it's sun up to sundown, 7 days a week.
Yeah,
Right.
DP said he got his motor. He's just waiting on a wing. I guess his wing is on back order or whatever.
Oh, DP, just come over here and fly with me, man. I got wings.
John has been inviting everybody to come over. He invited me to come over tonight. He's like, come on over. I'm like, yeah, I'll be there in about 20 hours. Sean said, I'll be there. Or I'll still be here. I'm like, 20 hours. Oh, that's a lot.
Been scouting out Bunny Hills, and I sent the video to Shane, and he wants to come over here and play on the Bunny Hill.
Yeah, that looks fun, to be honest with you. Tony wants to know from Sean, when did you start a school?
Officially, I'm not starting until the 4th of July, but I don't know how they're coming to me, but I've had 7 students so far come to me and are learning how to fly. And I haven't even advertised yet. They just heard me on YouTube and the podcast.
Have you had anybody graduate yet?
No, well, a lot of people just have the weekends. If the weekends aren't perfect, then they can't make it, or they're working on the weekends. So unfortunately, they just come over here whenever they get the chance.
Okay. I was wondering that the other day, if you'd had anybody graduate or whatnot.
When we have students graduate, there will be a big party online.
Heck yeah, sounds good to me. I'll be there.
What qualifies for graduation? Getting 25 flights PPG 2, or you got something other?
Well, of course. Well, I don't want to say things right now because they'll probably listen to me. But there are things that we're going to do when they first take that first solo and some other things.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't want to give away the secrets yet. I got
No
you.
secrets yet.
Yeah, I won't tell too much, but I went and spent some time with Brooke up in Tennessee for his very first foot launch class that he's teaching. It's a 4-day class with the goal of leaving there with your PPG 1 and your first flight. The students progressed incredibly with the conditions they were given. None of them got their first flights in before I left, unfortunately, but I'm sure they will be soon. They were doing power taxis when I left, kiting the wing with the motor in the back. The conditions just weren't good up top to fly. So hopefully they're going to get that chance pretty soon. 3 new pilots.
That'd be awesome.
Very nice. Oh, why is it when you go live on YouTube, everybody wants to message you? Never fails.
What's the username and ID? I want to come in.
I wish that was it. People asking about jobs at where I work. You have any pool? I pull myself to work every day when I go. And then that's about the only pool I got. Kent Stamey's in the house. Nick,
Yo, can't stay me.
Angela. Let's see, we got Nick, Griffith. Do we have 2 Nicks in here? No, just 1. Okay, let me start at the top real quick. Brian Waller, Will Fly, Kobe, or Kelby. I don't know why I want to say Kobe every time. Kobe Beast, maybe. Kelby, Brian again, JR Paramotor, Sean, Walter, Tony, Nick Griffith again. Let's see. Tony again. Angela. Let's see. Who am I missing? I think I got everybody. Kent Stamey. Geriatric PPG.
That's John Wayne in disguise, ain't it?
Well,
Yes.
Or it could be his
Did you
granddaughter.
guys- Hey, did you see his trike video? He's running up and down the road. He's like, I never had a trike before or whatever, but I've had go-karts. And this is way better than a go-kart. I was laughing the entire time. He's
I
like,
was just
"The
thinking
cops,
a go-kart has brakes.
Yeah, right. Oh, he did that in the video too. He's like, let's see how my brakes work. And he put his foot down. He's like, very good.
Got the Fred Flintstone brakes going on. I got the same ones with my retractor trike.
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah, the bigger trikes
come
have brakes. Hey, Jade and Eric, do your trikes have brakes by any chance?
Do they have what?
Brakes?
Yeah,
Flintstones.
Other than the 2 handles you pull, yeah.
right here. That's all we got for brakes.
Yeah, when I trained with Brooke on the track transition class, he had me on a Vertigo Fly Products. It had a disc brake on the front wheel, so that was very nice.
How do you apply that? Is there a pedal, foot pedal, or is it a
Yeah.
hand?
You know, you have the normal pegs you put your feet on, and then one foot has a little lever that you press on.
Very nice.
I appreciate the comments on the tomatoes. They're not on steroids. Well, they're kind of. It's called Jack's 321 for a hydroponic system. It works great.
Ah, they look yummy. What do you do with all those tomatoes, Brian? Like, you got so many back there. Do you go to a market on the weekends or something, or sell them to the neighbors, or?
No, we got a list of locals. I went and picked 4 5-gallon buckets full of snap beans a day, and we've given away 2 of them so far. People are putting them up and stuff. That's in our outdoor garden. But yeah, we basically just got locals and stuff. We give it to what we can. We eat, and rest we just give away. Because
Very
lucky neighbor.
cool. Yeah, when I have to say, when my boys were growing up, there was some neighbors across the street that had a garden, and we always went over there, and he used to grow like radishes and carrots and lettuce, all that stuff. And literally we would pull like the carrots out of the ground, wash them off with a garden hose, and just start eating. Good stuff. Good
Hey,
stuff.
what was I just gonna say? Oh my God, I just drew a blank. I had a question. Oh,
Oh,
Why,
no.
today.
why you think of it? I showed up this last weekend up in Tennessee with a bag full of tomatoes, banana peppers, and bell peppers. And one of the couples that showed up, there were students. It was 2 of the students was a couple, and they were vegetarian. So I just handed them the whole bag. The dude was so happy when he opened it up and saw him all, his face lit up. He grabbed one of the banana peppers right there and just took a big old chunk out of it and said it was the best one he ever had.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Nothing like fresh carrots and fresh radishes out of the garden. I remember that when the boys were growing up and everything. So good.
So Brian, did you ever see Sean Simon's little aquaponics setup that he has?
No, but I've heard him talk about it several times about how stabilized it is. Basically, just hands off for years. It's well balanced, and I haven't seen it. I would love to go visit it in person.
I guess I'll have to video it one of these days and show you guys.
Absolutely, man. I mean, I'd love to know like what types of plants, how much you harvest out of it. How many, what types of fish you have, if it's other than tilapia, and how often you get to harvest some of that meat. I was talking to Brooke about aquaponics recently, and tying that into my hydroponic system. So that's a possibility for the future. We'll see.
Well, the cool thing is that once you have the aquaponics, the hydroponics part where you put in mineral, you put in stuff, you don't need to put in stuff anymore. The fish actually does it for you. And if you use duckweed to feed them, duckweed doubles its volume every 24 hours. Therefore, with the algae and the duckweed that you feed the fish, and the fish poop feed the plants, and the plants produce vegetables and stuff like that. It's a complete ecosystem. You don't need to put anything in. It only produces. You don't have to put anything into it.
So what do you produce? What do you grow?
Tomatoes are the best so far, but yeah, the tomatoes seem to work really good, and tilapia grow huge.
When you eat the tomatoes, do they taste like fish poop at all, or
no? No, they are the best the sweetest fruit that you've ever had in your life. Matter of fact, one year we had so many of them we could not give them away, as they were. I mean, they were producing faster than we could give them away. This is just a small little thing that we had in our backyard. The commercial size are just incredible. And once you get them set up and stable, you don't need to do anything.
Actually, the energy is like literally 100 feet from a big pond. It's about the size of an acre, stocked with catfish. I wonder if we tie
that would work.
In.
Exactly. Use a pump out of that to go to your grow beds, and there you go. That's all you need. And then your pond will be crystal clear too in a matter of weeks after you start that.
Why does that happen? Why does the pond get clear? Because the plants are pulling the crap out of the water?
Yeah, the plants and the aquaponics and the grow beds is a big filter. And it just filters everything, and you'll be able to see down to the freaking bottom of that murky pond in no time. It's amazing what you can do. You have to add a couple of swirl filters on, but the filters are easy to clean out. You just turn a valve, and all that crap just comes out the bottom, the waste part.
Huh.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
I think my rain barrel that I have in the backyard is a pain in the butt, but I'm just growing jalapenos right now. We eat jalapenos like there's no tomorrow. My wife and I, my daughter, you don't mess with those. If I put too much pepper on, if I season up a piece of meat with too much pepper, she's out. She's like, I can't eat that. It's too hot. But yeah, go ahead.
I thought you were done. I was gonna say I picked jalapenos the other day. I don't know. I guess once they were all diced up and cut up, it made up 3 gallons worth. Then we put them up in jars. It's like, I don't know, about 30 pints total. Pickled them, man. They are delicious. They got a little kick, man.
Yeah, I like pickled jalapenos for things like put on for toppings, but to cook with them, you got to have a fresh raw, not pickled jalapeno for a good kick to it. Those are my favorite. Walter said chili. Yeah, dude, I don't get me wrong. I don't make spicy food to where you're sitting there sweating, but I do like a good kick. And if I got to take a little bite and then take a sip of soda or whatever, I'm not for that. But if I can take 4 or 5 bites out of something and then go, let me wash this down, that's where I'm at. Those people that go and order like these 911 chicken wings and they're over there sweating to death while they're eating. What fun is that? To me, that's not enjoyable.
And what's bad is when you're in the same restaurant, your eyes start to sweat, or your eyes start to run because of what they're eating across the restaurant.
Yeah. To me, I just
That's
like,
spicy.
I like quality. Yeah. I like, good balance. I'm not trying to see how much I can burn my mouth. Because the next day you're going to burn the other mouth. The other end.
Your
I
other
get done with
mouth.
a plate of nachos and I'm not done. I'm not sweating just a little bit. They weren't hot enough. But
Yeah,
I
that's
like my spicy stuff.
Kind of like the chicken hot wings kind of thing. Like if the
Right. That's what I was saying. Like the chicken wings,
hot,
people order the hottest they can get and then sit there and just die eating them. I'm like, why? Who wants to?
yeah, next day you pay for it for 2 days.
Yeah. Angela, I have a stuffed jalapeno video on my channel. If you go down, you'll see there's no cream cheese in the middle. I put Jimmy Dean maple sausage and cheese, like cheddar cheese in the center, and then wrap it in bacon. It's a meal. We always make them before a meal, but they're actually a meal because they're just so hearty, and they're freaking phenomenal. Which I didn't get to make those. Maybe I'll make it at the next fly-in at Moonshine.
Eric, what's for dinner? I see you in your fridge. Sorry.
Jade made hamburgers.
Cold. Made what?
Jade made hamburgers.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's cool. We're just observing, I don't want to think we're all ignoring you. That's a cool
Gosh.
fridge out there.
Oh, good morning.
Hi, Jade, my girlfriend.
Hi.
Did y'all finish building the chicken coop?
Is the coop
just
done
about
yet?
done. Just about.
Oh my goodness. We're so waiting to see Eric get in there.
Hey, Sean, the Moonshiners video you put out, that was really good. That covered everything.
Oh, good. Thank you.
Yeah, got me excited about going.
Well, good. I think that's what it's all about. It was pretty much everything that Shane and everybody else was asking about. So I'm glad that we covered everything. Awesome.
Very cool.
Well, let's discuss something real quick. It just popped up today.
Okay.
So, well, for me, this particular problem that I'm going to have. So, Sean, in that video, they said that they have one male and one female shower and bathroom, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know how that's going to work with my wife. I don't assume there'd be that many women there. I mean, there's going to be quite a few women, but not as many as the guys. My buddy's getting an Airbnb that's 6 minutes down the road from there. I may or may not be staying there, just because of the shower issue with the wife. So I don't know. I mean, I hate to go there and then have to get up early, pack my stuff up, and then go to the fly-in and then leave at night. I may end up leaving, if I do that, then I may end up leaving my trailer there with everything in it and then just drive back and forth. But I really don't, the idea of leaving a fly-in, I mean, I don't like the idea, but then I don't like the idea of my wife not being happy either with the bathroom situation. So
Hey, Shane, would she be comfortable showering in Eric and Jade's trailer or my trailer? Because she'd be welcome.
Yeah, we have to talk about it. Her and I, literally, she came home today. This was before the show. The girl came in through the door, dumped all of her dirty laundry and my daughter's dirty laundry, scooped everything up and started doing laundry. I'm like, dude, come in, sit down. Like, you just, flew from where'd you go? Ohio to Florida, and then you had to drive from Orlando to here. I was like, take a break, dude. Take a load off you. You know, and I'll be done tomorrow, whatever.
Yeah, I'm just saying
So-
with the availability of all the water we want to get and a dump station there on site, that's no big deal.
Right. And
You got
see,
one
I
of
also have. Go ahead, Brian.
You got one of those little blue gray
Yeah.
water trailer things that you can haul it from the camper?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I have one and so does Eric.
So I'll throw that by her because I really truly do not want to leave. To be perfectly honest with you, I am so content with hanging out because that means I'm not going to be able to drink in the evening time because I have to drive back. And I mean, some of these guys I can barely be around unless I have a buzz on, Mark. Anyways.
Historically, you start drinking about lunchtime at these events anyway, don't you?
Only in the afternoons.
Oh, that's
12
Diet
to 1.
Coke at lunchtime. That's right, my bad. So are you going to be able to land at this Airbnb?
Oh, no. We would have to drive to and from. But now that Mark's got that option, I will run it by Krista. I mean, me personally, I don't really care. I'll do the redneck shower if need be. That doesn't bother me at all. But yeah, I should talk to her and find out because I really haven't even mentioned it to her other than Smart Car Brian's got an Airbnb because he's got a 4-year-old and the tent thing they weren't 100% sure about. So he decided to do the Airbnb thing. What was John Wayne, why did you time out Tony? Was it on accident? Your phone in your pocket again?
This has
'Cause
been
it
happening like
says
every other show now, hasn't it?
I know.
Somebody's
So
been-
Tony asked Jade, "Are you doing your show tomorrow?" Yes, she will.
Hey, so,
And
sorry, I don't know if I'm interrupting. If I am, good. But anyways, as far as the shower situation goes, yes. And a bonus, I will let you poop in the trailer. Back bathroom though. So,
yeah, Mark,
I'll go to the.
Eric, do you like how Mark offered up your camper first? I thought
yeah, that's okay. That's all right. And I'm
We
okay.
have been over all this before.
Yeah. We discussed this when Mark and I were running the little poop wagons back and forth to the waste places over in Bad Apples.
Yeah, well,
So-
what I was trying to offer was Krista showering in my camper and Shane showering at your camper.
Oh, that's how that's going.
Well, here's good news. JR is going to be riding up with me, and I'm bringing my tent. So really, I have that huge tent, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Krista and I are going to be sleeping in the paratrailer. So JR's got a whole tent to himself, and it's a fairly large tent. Fits two queen air mattresses on one side and a queen on the other side, plus 3 paramotors. So shouldn't be shouldn't be a problem for him. Angela's making fun of Tony for getting timed out.
John Wayne, it's a way, man. I'm walking around with my phone in my pocket.
I knew. I think he's done that, and you're right, Brian. It's like every other week he's put his phone in his back pocket and just starts timing everyone out, or as long as you don't block nobody.
Yeah, I think it was Bill H one night too, man. They were just deleting, be like every message somebody would write. It was just boo, boo. It was a pretty. What in the world's going on?
Every time someone takes a walk, someone gets timed out. The butt cheek comes back, hits the phone. Boop, boop, boop. So yeah, I'm man, and I'm looking at Brian, are you, I guess the Friday after Thanksgiving, Kylo does his fly-in down there at his house. I may be interested in doing that as well. I'm not
Yeah.
sure though.
I almost went to it last year, man. The last 2 years when I trained at Aviator, it was during Thanksgiving. I've never gone Thanksgiving without having fried turkey, so I took my deep fryer. Ended up frying like 3 turkeys for like 40 people or something like that, and got invited back last year to fry turkeys again. So I may be down there again. I'm not sure, but yeah, I hear that's a great party, man. No doubt.
Okay, so
Get-
I said JR.
Get the noodle.
I meant Nick going up, riding up with me. I'm sorry. Today's been a long day.
Well, we're
Stressful
about
day.
halfway, man, between you and Kyle. So if you need a stay over,
Yeah, I may end up doing that. Because what I would probably do is leave here after Thanksgiving dinner on Thursday and just start. Well, actually, I may just skip Thanksgiving. I may just leave Thursday morning and drive until I can't drive no more, and then sleep, and then wake up the next morning, and hopefully. How far is it from your house, Brian, to Kylo's?
I'm not sure exactly what part of the state he lives in. From my house to New Orleans is about a 6-hour drive. So, depending on what part of Louisiana he's in, somewhere around 5 to 8 hours.
Right. I got to figure out how far it is of a drive for me. I may need to leave Wednesday after work. That's what I'll probably do. But anyways, hold on
Yeah,
here.
I don't know what's going to go on Thanksgiving yet. Historically, we always have a family reunion, and COVID changed things last year, so I kind of had Thanksgiving off from the family reunion thing. So I went to Aviator again. Things are going back a little bit to normal now, so thank goodness we're going to have a 4th of July family reunion this year. Get back to normal.
So what oh, it's Spring Hill. Okay. I should ask Ken Stamey knows.
Yeah, he's in the northern part of the state. I thought so.
Kent is where?
Let me map.
Is Spring Hill one word or 2 words? I don't see. Spring Hill is 1 word or 2 words, Brian?
It depends if you put a space in there or not.
That's helpful.
Oh,
Ching.
oh, what a oh. So Spring Hill from my house, it's 1 word, and it is literally almost 1,000 miles.
Wow.
All right, so I'm mapping it. Spring Hill, Louisiana is 578 miles from my house, so I'm halfway.
Yeah, you're the halfway mark.
I was looking at that last year because I was an Aviator. I was like, man, to get to that after leaving the day after Thanksgiving, I almost went. It was basically driving twice the distance, so ended up wimping out. But
Right.
yeah, sounds like a good time.
Cody. I may if I can get somebody else to go with me, Smart Car or Jason Russell Smith, then yeah, I could probably swing it. Or I could just leave Wednesday after work, drive until midnight or so. What's that? That'll be 7 hours. So then I'd only have a 13-hour drive the next day on Thanksgiving. And then, yeah, I'd be there Friday morning ready to fly. That wouldn't be too bad. What is Sean doing?
Did anybody here go last year to it? I mean, I'm guessing it seems to be getting a little bit more popular and popular every year. It gets more advertised, and I'm guessing it's going to be pretty packed. I think a lot of people camped at the airport too, not just his house.
Kent Stamey, how's it 960 miles from you and it's only 900 and what did I say? 95 miles.
John Wayne. It's 420
You're
miles and they
35
go off.
You're 35 miles closer to that county or that state than I am, and I got to come all the way up Florida and across. God, it'll take me almost 10 hours just to get out of Florida. Driving, going through the Panhandle, man, that makes for a long drive.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, Angela, it's Kylo Glee's. He has a fly-in after Friday after Thanksgiving. I almost went last year, and then I decided not to. But hey, John Wayne, there's water there, I'm sure, but there's not like anywhere to shower or whatever. Right? I'd have to bring my redneck shower, which is not a problem. John Wayne said, "You can camp anywhere. It's Louisiana."
Yeah, and if you're going to be going there, I mean, you're kind of like going right by my house anyway, so you might as well stop here and fly around.
What kind of GPS do you got? I'd have to go another how many hours northwest further? That ain't nowhere near on my way.
Just a hop, skip, and a jump.
No, you better fall down towards Louisiana if you want to hang out with me. I'm not driving all the way up there. That's shoot. And then, here's the thing about that. I'd have to take that following Monday off because Sunday I would probably have to leave after the morning flight, drive until I got tired, sleep, and then head home or finish the rest of my drive on Monday. But anyways, enough about that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this moonshiners, man. I am so flipping. I can't wait. I'm so excited. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, you know how fast this is going to come up. It's going to come up so quick and pass us so quick that next year will be like, remember last year when we went to Moonshiners? It's going to go that quick.
Yeah. Walter said he could leave Australia and get there before me. If he flew, I guess it's faster to fly from Australia than it is for me to drive from Florida to Louisiana.
I believe it.
Oh, now I gotta. Actually, you know what? It said 20 hours. Golly, now it's got me thinking, dude. So if I hit, it's 18 hours and 4 minutes the one particular way. Oh crap! If I go the fastest route, which requires tolls, it's 14-hour drive.
Starting route to Springfield.
Here we go. Can I camp
Head
that?
southwest on Stanley Drive.
Shut up. So I'm looking at a 14-hour drive, but it's still not over 900 miles.
That's a lot of driving for 2 days.
Yeah, that's the other thing. That's something else you think about.
Is it just 2 days?
It's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Oh, for Kyle's thing.
I mean,
okay.
Yeah, for Kylo's flying, but yeah, is it honestly worth driving 2.5 solid days for 3 days of flight? I don't know. Actually, 2.5 because I got to leave Sunday morning after the flight. That's a real good question.
100 miles to spend 3 days up in Tennessee. Wasn't that bad?
Right.
Knocked out 500 miles in 9.5 hours. Pulled a camper. Pretty good time.
How's that camper doing? How's that camper doing with all the traveling that you do? You grease those bearings up and stuff often?
What bearings?
Yeah, look who's in the chicken coop first.
Nice.
Put it up on the.
Oh, so you asked about the camper. It needs new tires. We can start a GoFundMe. I need four new tires. No, they I check the bearings from time to time. I've repacked them. I need to take the brakes apart. When I go get new tires, I'll go ahead and take all 4 hubs apart and check the electromagnetic brakes they've got. They're probably all worn out, look terrible. Getting ready to pull the camper all the way up to Maine and back, so got to do a little bit of maintenance on it for sure.
I did, Brian. I bought. I'll send you the link if I find it again. I bought Hercules. I can't remember who makes the tire. Great reviews online, and they weren't that expensive. I mean, they were not Goodyears, but I think I paid 135 or 150 bucks a tire. And they're phenomenal tires. I just replaced them probably a year and a half ago.
You got what? Do you remember what ply they were? Sidewalk ply.
Yeah, yeah, I think they're a 10-ply tire.
Okay, well that's really good. I think you need a minimum of 6.
Yeah, I'll send you the info tomorrow if I find it. I'll just text it to you. Like I said, the reviews were phenomenal. And the price comparison to Goodyear, I was just like, man, they're proud of those Goodyear tires. They're like $225 a tire for Goodyear. I mean, so I was like, I ain't got it.
If you've already done the reviews and everything and you stand behind them, just go ahead and order 4 and send them to me.
No problem. Give me your credit card. Oh man.
Will Fry, where you at? Walter's messing
Yeah,
with
really. Where is Will? What the heck? He's hiding out. He's under the bridge or something.
He's probably still flying. Man, I've been dying to hear. We don't have Jim CR120 in the chat, but I've been dying to hear how his day went. You know, he went to fly Kitty Hawk today.
Oh wow!
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So we were talking about flying Kitty Hawk, and I thought Eric Farewell had done it, and you know, Jim's been teaching down at Aviator as an interim instructor and whatnot, and he's back in NC now, I think. But last night he commented on the show that he was going to fly Kitty Hawk this morning.
Cool.
And that's
I heard that.
That's a goal of mine. Now I want to do that. And some of us were talking about doing it after Moonshiners, if we can get figure out how to do it and get permission.
How fun! There you go.
I'm texting him right now. See where he's at.
Yeah, where you at,
I'll send him on this here and have him talk about it. It's never been a goal of mine, but I think, you know, I heard you guys talking about it before. I've heard about Kitty Hawk, and I was like, you know, that would be pretty cool. But it's not like I gotta do it. But if I got the opportunity to do it, I sure as the heck would do it. That's just, I think that would be awesome.
Have y'all ever been there, like toured the site?
I've been there when I lived in North Carolina. It's been many years, but I would love to fly it.
I've never been there. I would love to go see it.
That Kitty Hawk is in North Carolina, where those 2 guys that were just happened to be born in Ohio, and that's where they took flight. Is North Carolina? Is that the guys you're talking about? Is that why Kitty Hawk's so famous?
First in flight.
Oh, you talking about those Ohio guys that that flew over there? Yeah, pretty sure. Where you at, JP Tulo? TikTok Tulo.
He was live on TikTok the other day flying, and his mama was yelling at him in the chat.
That's hilarious.
She was saying that he was too high or whatever, making her nervous. And then while he's live, telling his mom, "It's okay, Mom. This is fine. I'm good." Oh man. Yeah, Brian, you could trade tomatoes for maybe for some tires.
I saw that Mike Rockwood. Yeah.
Did you guys see Tucker Gott's video today? Him flying underneath that bridge.
Here we go.
You guys got to watch it. I watched the whole thing. I was just like,
I thought she was about to. I thought she was about to call me out.
No, that's that viaduct.
Do you see it?
Hang on, I got a pirate call me. I got to put you on mute.
Yeah.
All his girlfriends.
Hey,
that's why.
Angela has a question in the. She says, "What's your favorite part about of a fly-in?" And honestly, it is the camaraderie. It's the hanging out, just BS. What we're doing right now.
Yeah, definitely.
It's just a blast.
Hey guys, I got to jump off the show. I'll talk to y'all soon.
Where are you going?
All right.
Back to work.
What?
Oh.
No,
we'll see y'all.
All right, later.
All right.
Well then. Okay.
So Angela wants to know if we've all met in person. Let's see. I've met Mark McElroy, Sean, Jade, and Eric. Brian, Will, Ben. Who am I missing?
Mark Carr.
Mark's dad. Mark's dad's all. What'd you say, Sean?
Smart Car.
Oh, no. Brian Waller. I'm sorry. Who else is on the show? Whether it's Monday night or tonight. Met Kent Stamey in person.
Yeah. Oh, you did? Cool.
He's a muscular big boy.
I told you. Wasn't BSing, was I?
Yeah. You want to be friends with him for sure.
Yeah. Well, Sean, I want you to picture this. So you notice this guy hooked in wrong on his wing, and you decide to go over there and tell this gigantic of a man to that he's hooked in wrong, and then he tells you he's been doing that for 3 months that way. I was just like, oh my God, this guy's gonna kill me. I'm just trying to be helpful. Hopefully he takes it well, which he did. He was very thankful, and we've been
when you say clipped in
friends ever
the
since.
wrong,
but
when you say clipped in the wrong way, what exactly is the wrong way?
So you got your risers on the ground. You walk up to it, and you literally take the left side riser and hook it to your left carabiner, or the carabiner to your left side and your right side. So there's no grabbing the risers and flipping them and then hooking in. And then when you lift it up, you turn, and now your risers are straight, or your lines are straight. He was literally hooked straight in. So if you'd have lifted the wing up, if he would have turned, his lines would have then been crisscrossed.
Oh, like doing a reverse without crossing.
Correct. So, it's just a mistake or whatever. But yeah, it was. I'm not gonna BS anybody. I was a little nervous going over and telling the guy that I'd never met, never seen before. Hey, I told him, I said, I don't know much about paragliding, but I do know that that's wrong. He's like, what are you talking about? And we worked it out and got him back on the right track. And now he is a paramotor pilot now. Not because of that, but because he went to school, to a real school. Just a mistake or whatever. But it was, Will's here.
Hi, Will.
Hey, guys.
Will, we hear your computer or whatever.
I was on the other meeting.
What?
It was just me. It was really boring. Just a big freaking picture of me staring at myself.
That's a fun meeting. Looking at yourself. Look at me.
Yeah, man.
I'm so beautiful.
Well-
Look at me.
How is everybody
Well,
tonight?
I'm doing good. Well, I think we've all met except for, we met Mark and Amy George, which I met them here at my house and then at the fly-in. But we've never met Linda, the recluse Linda. She doesn't leave her house, even though fly-ins are right around the corner from her. Like, I can't, these are my people, but I'm not coming out to see them.
You're my people.
You got to come see us,
I
Linda.
know.
I know I do. It's killing me. It's killing me. I put something really cool on my Facebook. And I don't think Sean has seen it yet, but it's kind of a cool tribute to the, what do I want to say, the Clear Prop TV show that I do. And it's kind of like my thank you to all of you, because you mean a lot to me. And so just, check it out. It's kind of cool. I put like little caption on there, Clear Prop TV podcast, and it's really cool. So you guys got to check it out.
So you have to go to what?
Yeah.
How do you get there?
Oh, you've been on there before. It's on Facebook, and it just says
Right. So you go. How do you get there?
click into your story.
ParamotorUSA.com.
I don't know if it's on there, but I just have it on Facebook under your story. Let me see if I can.
I'm back. Hey, Will.
Yeah.
What I meant-
You can't see it, but it's a thing on my Facebook. Everybody puts they put all their little things on Facebook, and then they put your story, and there'll be videos, and like Tucker Gott's on there sometimes, and who else? There's a bunch of people always on here in the morning. So
What's Facebook?
Yeah, right.
what? Brian, you know what Facebook is. Just that one time, just gotta. It's your story. It's like on the top of my page or whatever. I just opened it up and said your story. You can actually click on it. Well, you know, Shane, because you've seen my stories. You just click it on, you watch it, and then somebody else has a story on there, and yeah.
I do believe so, Linda. Yes.
Yeah.
I have seen.
It's easy. It's, just something, but I have something on there that's kind of cool. Just to my peeps to say thank you, and on Clear Prop TV, so you guys can watch it. I put it on there today. And it has all your pretty faces on it. It's really cute. So I know I do want to meet you guys, all of you, but I don't know how the heck it's gonna all roll out, but you never know, right?
Well, you got to get in the car and drive to one of these fly-ins. That's how you do it.
Or
Yeah.
just jump in the back of a camper that's driving by your house.
I know.
You-
It's like, it's killing me right now. It is, because I see you guys, kind of these fly-ins. I mean, heck, I was so excited to meet Doug Martin, when I was there in Howland, Michigan. And that was really cool. That was so much fun. Just for the
Linda, you would be a superstar at these fly-ins.
I
People
know.
would come. You'd have a line of people waiting to meet you.
I would be like a crazy lady there. Yeah, I'd be all over the place. And you'd be like, Linda, come back, come back. I'll be back in a minute.
One of these days, it's going to be all of us showing up at your doorstep. Just
Oh my gosh.
You won't come to us, we'll come to
We're
you.
going to bring a
Oh, my
tandem, and we're going to have an intervention with a tandem.
I know, right? Yeah, I'm ready for that tandem whenever that comes. But yeah, so it's
So what happened? I got a phone call, and Mark was on there, and now I came back, and Mark's gone, and we got this Will guy showed up.
I'll tell you, I really do. I want to hear from Jim too, because I live in North Carolina. I've never been to Kitty Hawk, let alone fly it.
Dude, that is so awesome.
I text him, but I have not got a reply back from him yet.
Hey, it's hard to get down in time for the show, I tell you. I mean, 8 o'clock comes around real quick when you're having fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't expect anybody to miss flying just to hang out. But after you're done flying, if you want to jump on, you're more than welcome. You know, we're just hanging out, shooting the BS and doing whatever. So I like to call this show a no-brainer. It's not a thought process. It's just we just hanging out, talking. This is pretty much what we do at fly-ins. We just hang out and talk about what we did and how well or not well things went, and that's pretty much it.
You know, that's proof right there, because of what you said. You know, Angela was asking about what's your favorite thing about fly-ins. It's the people, you know. So that's why Monday and Tuesday nights I always look forward to them, because if it, you know, flying is fun, but if you can't fly, talking about flying's just as fun sometimes. So
yeah, no, and don't forget Wednesday night.
of
Now
course,
Wednesday night will.
Yeah, with Jade, that's right.
Yeah, I feel bad. I missed. Is she on Wednesday night? I thought she was doing Sunday.
No, it's Wednesday night.
Wednesday.
Because I missed her premiere, and then I thought it was Sunday, so I'll be there tomorrow. Then,
Cool.
you know, Sunday I was, you know, basically up there working and stuff, having a good time.
Yeah.
I
Her
saw
guest for
bananas,
tomorrow night.
The bananas growing up. Bananas getting
Yes.
Her
getting big, that banana.
yeah, Jade, you care to tell us who you have on for tomorrow night? Your
Sure.
guest?
Give me 1 second. I gotta wash my hands quick, okay?
Just to tell us what.
She's getting dirty.
Her hands were really
dirty.
You must have touched Eric.
All right, here we go.
No, I was feeding
Do the drum roll.
feeding the chickens dried worms. Ew. Anyway, Wednesday nights, 7 p.m. We're gonna try it again. And I have we believe the first Idaho female paramotor pilot. She took her first flight about a week ago. She took another one a couple days later, and she had kind of a bad incident with that one. And then I talked to her briefly today, and she said she flew yesterday and everything was perfect. So maybe she'll have some pictures or any video, but her name is Tammy French, and she lives in Boise, Idaho. She's a mom of, I don't know, 2 or 3. So we'll save the rest for her.
That's awesome. I'm excited. I can't wait.
Yeah.
You did so good last week, girl. You killed it last week, okay? You had
Yeah, I
all your
killed-
fans back here, you know, Sumi, and we are watching and cheering for you and everything.
I know. I appreciate everybody, you know, coming on and cheering and, you know, keeping us going, because I was in panic mode.
Oh,
So.
no, y'all did good. Y'all did good.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, and I actually had a chance to meet this woman in a private Zoom meeting with Jade, and I absolutely think that this woman has the energy. I don't know how she has energy, but she's just, when she talks, and she's real fun, and I think she's going to do really well tomorrow night. It's going to be a great show. I'm looking forward to it. Question in the chat, why can't anyone donate to the show? Because I'm not monetized. So, and I wouldn't want you to do that anyways, because we're just hanging out and no need. Truly no need. I'm going to have Wi-Fi anyways, and I'm going to be on watching YouTube or being on YouTube one way or the other on Tuesday nights. So let's just hang out, have fun. Don't worry about it. Save your money for Monday night so you can get gifts or prizes and stuff for that.
Just tear this $1,000 check up then, Shane.
Yep.
No problem. That. Actually, Brian will probably take that. He needs some new tires for his home on wheels.
Yeah, I heard about that. I heard about the Go Me Fund. What is it? Go Me Fund or Get Me?
Go fund me.
Yeah, Go Fund Me.
Go find me, go fund me, something like that. Yeah.
Don't go fund me tires, man. There's other people out there need stuff worse than me. So
yeah,
Shane needs hair.
Just
No,
send me tomatoes, Brian. Just send me tomatoes.
Yeah, pay in tomato.
Linda's gotta go tomato me. Send me tomatoes. Oh, yeah.
My dad would love it. Yeah. Send me tomatoes.
How about anybody that wants to donate to your show? You send them to Resurgence.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's a good one.
that would be
Right.
awesome.
That's right. That's right.
Good
I don't know if you guys have set up your Amazon for that Amazon Smile, and then once you set it up on Google, you can just Google Amazon / I think it is Smile, and then you set that up to every time you buy something on Amazon, Amazon will take a certain percentage of that purchase and send it to Resurgence if you have them set up for the donation. And right now, I think I'm at like $28 just from the stuff that I bought on Amazon. And I want to say it's maybe like just 1% or something like that. It's not very much money.
Hey,
But
everything counts.
but if
No,
I've
that's
donated without even trying $20, and everyone else has done, it all adds up. When there's a GoFundMe out there for somebody like Nick LaBeouf that needed help or still needs help, you don't think that sending somebody $1 really matters, but truly, if enough people send $1, it all adds up and it does make a difference. So I'm glad every time I order something on Resurgence, I'm super glad that part of that is going towards Resurgence.
Yep.
So if you guys can set that up, it'd be perfect.
Yep,
Is Nick's GoFundMe still active, and how is he doing? Do you have any updates?
I have not talked to him I haven't talked to him in about 2 weeks, to be honest with you. Between everything going wrong with my house, air conditioner backing up, hot water heater, my tankless hot water heater decided to start acting up. And I've just had countless things go wrong with the house. So I haven't really, as soon as I get off of work, I'm literally just doing stuff with the house. So I haven't, but tomorrow I'm definitely going to call him and see how things are going, where he's at. The way that he's been progressing, though, I know he can't walk yet. He can probably walk. He's not supposed to walk for, I think, 10 weeks. But last time I seen him, he was able to stand up with a walker and kind of go from the wheelchair to the bed or the bed to the wheelchair. So, I mean, but still, he's looking. I don't know if you guys seen it or not, but that helicopter ride that he had was, I want to say it was either $57,000 or $75,000 with no insurance. Dude, that didn't include the 7 days that he spent in the hospital plus surgery. I was just like, dude, that's crazy. And he isn't able to work, and he owns his own business, and the guys I guess he has working with him aren't able to set up jobs and do jobs without him being there. So I think the last I heard, Melissa was driving him while he sat in the car and yelled at what to do from the curb. I mean, the guy he's injured, seriously injured, and he's not just giving up, which you got to respect that. But I mean, there's only so much he can do, and he's trying. He's definitely not a slacker, that's for sure.
Now, I'm guessing he's talking about foot launching, like if it's just a matter of time, not if, but when.
Well, both of his kids told him they don't want him flying no more. But, he said at this point, flying is not his goal. It's just to get moving and get back to his regular life. And if he gets a chance to fly again and that time comes, and he'll go from there. But at this point, his main goal is just to get back on his feet and get moving. So we wish you the best of luck, Nick, and I will talk to you tomorrow because I'm going to call you.
I know we've talked about this before, but Tony is asking about insurance. Can you get insurance for that? You know,
What kind of insurance? Health insurance?
He's talking about medical insurance for paramotoring or high-risk sports. I mean, what an insurance company would consider a high-risk sport.
Well, so I have health insurance through my work, and that covers if I smack the ground or whatever, ground start and go through the blender. My health insurance isn't going to say, well, how did you get hurt? They're paying for whatever. But for life insurance, I have life insurance policy with my job, but it literally states in the contract that you have to have a fair ticket price for them to cover your death, which means if you bought a ticket for Delta and Delta plane went down and you crashed and died, the life insurance policy will get paid out to your spouse. If you decide to go skydiving, hang gliding, bungee jumping, paramotoring, paragliding, and you crash, they don't cover it. So I had to go through, and I always get the letters wrong. I had to go and get a secondary life insurance policy, which isn't very much. I think it's $150,000, and it's like I want to say it's $30 a month or something like that. What is it called? Come on.
We had a guy.
No,
on
I
the
looked it up.
Monday night show. Sorry, Jade. We had a guy on a Monday night show that was one of the few that was actually able to figure out the life insurance thing. There was a company out there just doing it. Health insurance, though, I think it's pretty straightforward. I mean, mine covered me without asking questions when I broke my leg. I got Blue Cross Blue Shield of Alabama as an individual policy. Yeah, I mean, my health insurance covered me no matter how I get hurt. Now, the life insurance is another story.
So the life insurance company I went with, and they deal with pilots. So it's a pilot insurance, if you will. It's called AOPA. And they ask you to sign up for a free membership, and then you go into the insurance part of it, and then you can get your contract with them. After that year's up, you don't have to renew it or pay anything for the membership, but you can keep the life insurance policy. And that's what I did. I now have enough coverage that my wife will not be in debt if I'm not here. And, if need be, she can, sell the house or sell whatever, pay whatever off she wants and keep whatever she wants, sell whatever. But it's enough to keep us, or to keep her financially stable. I mean, without having a house payment or vehicle payment, she would live just fine. Any more money than that, then I'd have to have trouble sleeping because I'm worried she might kill me when she's mad at me. Try to collect the money. I'm just saying. So if you are gonna fly, I would suggest getting some sort of life insurance policy, just to help with the family. I mean, I didn't really want to go and spend and do like $500,000 life insurance policy and spend $600 or $700 a year. Yes, Tommy Sutherland, that is exactly correct. You can look them up. AOPA. It was here's the catcher or the kicker to this. Let me get comfortable, sit down and tell you guys a story. So I was flying about 6 months, and Nicole from Phoenix on Fire, I think it is, from Dave Wolf's show. So Jim is landing right now. He'll be in a second on the chat. He doesn't know if he can go live with the Wi-Fi that he has. So Nicole works for an insurance company, but not these folks, the AOPA. And she told me that I need to get life insurance. It's very important for my family, blah, blah, blah. So within a couple days, I had a contract with them, and I've already renewed it once, which is kind of weird because I flew for 6 months without life insurance, and then I paid for the year, and then somehow I'm in my year and a half, and I've already paid for my second year. I guess I'm paying forward. But for 30 days after signing the contract, you are not covered for 30 days. And then after that 30 days, you're good to go. Hold on, Jim's texting me. So Jim, I'm asking him if he wants to be my guest for next week and talk about Kitty Hawk. Brian, fill in real quick when I finish this text, if you don't mind, sir.
Oh no, he put me on the spot, man. I don't know what to talk about. Let's see.
I'm sorry, sir.
I
How about
got
paramotors.
to share with you guys. It's a short clip about what happened on my lane, coming back to the LZ today.
Well,
let's hear
it. Yep.
You want me to show it to you?
What?
Yeah.
Maybe.
But
I don't know.
But did you buy?
I didn't buy anything. No, I'll show it to you. Let me see. Screen share.
Does it have Shayna in it?
Nope.
Yeah.
Let's see. I got an optimized video, right? Yeah. And
You buttland or what?
Are you asking us, man? You're like the video guru of us all.
Yeah.
not for. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we see it now. What's tall, skinny?
Okay, final is clear. Turning final. And I have a blimp in my LZ. Well, that's rude.
It's smack dab in the middle of the field that I use, so I'll fast forward it a little bit.
I was gonna say, where's the blimp? Oh, I see it now.
Oh, that's kind of sketchy, bro.
What does it say? Because I heard about a blimp.
Yeah,
Shark Week.
I actually talked to the pilot, and they're there to, I guess, do whatever blimps do, but they're on their way to New York to hang out for the 4th of July celebration. So, yeah. So anyway, I just freaking flew around them.
Yeah.
Look at that thing.
Was Mike Rowe out there with him or what?
You what?
Was Mike Rowe out there with him?
Who's Mike Rowe?
Some dude. He does a bunch of voiceovers.
Oh, okay. No, he wasn't. It was just this guy, I don't know. This must be their ground support that follows them, but that's cool to see that. So I just freaking came around and I just landed.
You get foot drag it? I mean, he's in your LZ.
That would be cool. That would be cool. You don't see that every day,
No. You're like, hello.
All right, I got breaking news. Jim CR120 will be my special guest tomorrow, or I'm sorry, Tuesday next week. Talk about Kitty Hawk and flying there, and should be pretty awesome. To answer Tommy Sutherland, I don't know if your comment was after or before I said what I said about the fare ticket price. If you check your life insurance policy with whatever life insurance policy you have now, call them and ask them if your life insurance policy will cover anything outside of aviation, outside of the fare ticket price or fair ticket purchase, which means, so if you do bungee jumping, skydiving, all that, paragliding, and you crash, 9 times out of 10, they're not going in the clause. There's going to be something in there that says you have to have a fair ticket price, which means you have to buy a plane ticket on Delta or something like that. And if something happens, then they'll cover your life insurance.
What if I pay a fair ticket price to rent your equipment?
No, that's not a fair. That's not a definition of fair ticket price for the life insurance companies. But yeah, I seriously for after I signed that contract, I knew for 30 days I wasn't covered. I actually didn't fly nearly as much, and I made sure that everything was perfect. I was overcautious, if you will, on every flight that I took, because I just, God forbid, if something happened within those 30 days, I mean, it would have just sucked. But $230, I think it's $230 a year is what I think I pay for that life insurance policy. And I think that's for 10 years. So honestly, for the next 10 years, I paid $230. I want to say I can't remember, to be honest with you. I think it's $230 or $30 a month or something. It was reasonable to have a $150,000 life insurance policy in the insurance of knowing that, my wife isn't going to struggle when I'm not here. So something to think about for those people that have families. And
so for the same cost as Netflix, your family could be secure.
Yeah, true. Good way of looking at that, Brian. I like that.
I always consider
I've got
life insurance. I thought that's what that
What's
was.
that?
I thought that's what the reserve was for. Life insurance.
Yeah. But if something happens on the way down and it doesn't open and you smack, then, well, you're kind of, well,
it's called redundancy.
I'm going to ask. Yes, Tommy, I would definitely call your insurance company, explain to them what you do, such as paramotoring, and ask them if something was to happen, would your regular standard life insurance cover it? And I have a feeling, because when I called my HR department and asked them, they're like, I think you're covered, but let me ask the insurance company, because we've never had this question asked before. And yeah, they called me back about 2 days later, and they're like, yeah, you're not covered. And they emailed me the little paragraph inside the clause, and it literally says, if you didn't pay a plane ticket on a regular, airliner, then you're not covered. So really something to think about. It would just suck to leave your family high and dry and struggling to make ends meet, on top of dealing with, for Krista, having to lose the greatest thing that's ever happened to her, it's going to be hard enough. And then have to try to make these bills too. Wouldn't want to do that to her. So look at Will. Will's like, oh, this guy right here.
Yeah.
No, wait a minute. Did I hear that right?
You did.
The greatest thing.
Yeah.
Ever happened to her? Yeah, 100%.
I knew where that was going. Let's see.
Man.
AOPA.
I
got some good.
I tried to slide that by so nobody would I just tried to go under the radar with that, but apparently it was neon lights in the pitch dark.
Are you drinking beer again or something, man?
This is my second one. Second one, dude.
Actually, cheers, brother.
Here's an awesome thing. So when my wife left, I bought a case of beer. She returned today, and I just opened up the second case of beer. So it took me 6 days to drink 24 beers, which is a lot less than I normally drink. It takes me like 2.5 days to finish a case of beer. It took me 6 days. So I'm 6 days. So I'm actually pretty proud of myself. I wasn't stressed out. I just kind of chilled around the house and flew every morning. And man, I just had I had a great 6 days. I guess having some alone time. I've never really truly had some kind of alone time at home. I'm always the one leaving. And my wife and my daughter left on a 6-day trip, and I enjoyed the heck out of my alone time. Like I wouldn't want to do it like permanently by no means, but it was nice to have. I didn't have to make, every night I make dinner. I have to make it at a certain time because, in between, like for Monday night, Tuesday night, and now Wednesday night, I have to have everything done before 8 o'clock, or actually 7:30, because we go on the show at 7:30, and then at 8 o'clock we go live. So when I get home, I kind of feel rushed and everything. I didn't have none of that because I came home and did whatever I wanted to, and if I decided to go eat, I didn't have to play the 20-question games of, what do you want for dinner? I don't know. Where do you want to go eat? I don't know. So I just decided when I got in the truck, I was going to where I was going. It was freaking awesome. So
Yeah, Krista's not in the room, is she?
no, dude, I call her in here and say the exact same thing. No, I would say the exact same thing. And I mean, yeah, every night, I don't mind cooking. That is not the hard part. It's the hard part of, what does everybody want for dinner? And it's like hemming and hawing. It drives me nuts. Just tell me, dude, we have 3 things in the fridge. Tell me which one of those 3 things you want me to cook. 15 minutes later, I don't know. Why do you not know, dude? Which one do you want? It's so simple.
I guess Linda's Zoom went down or whatever. She says her mom.
Yeah, she said her
casino game.
must be.
That's funny.
Oh my god.
Uh-oh.
Will did drop in the web page for the AOPA.
Hey, what's up, man?
But if anybody's gonna, there are other insurance companies that deal with pilots. I don't know of the names of them, but I have heard other insurance companies. I was told about that one. I didn't look at any other ones, so you may get a better quote if you shop around. But as of right now, that's who I'm with. And I mean, for $230 a year, I sleep easier just knowing that I don't have to worry about my wife being financially strained if something happens to me.
So you said something, Shane, about your insurance. You said that you had to get a rider. So, I mean, if something happened to you while you were flying, the other insurance, you wouldn't get anything from, basically, right?
I get nothing. Okay. So the nice thing is my insurance with my work, car accident, anything like that, they pay out. If I was to crash my paramotor, they will get the death certificate that says it was an aviation thing. They're going to say, was it a fair ticket price? No. Then Krista gets nothing. So now I have to look back at it. I'm not 100% sure if the AOPA, I don't know why that's so hard for me to say. I don't know if that particular insurance company in the contract, if I was something that happened to me in a car accident, if they pay up too. I don't remember. I have to look at that. I go back and look at my emails. But if so, then great. Then my wife gets over $1 million, which of life insurance, but she claims that she would rather have me around than $1 million, which I am a great then, because 1 million, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, of
course. Can't retire on it. What's that?
I said, of course that's what she says. If I were you, I'd watch your back.
Oh, I don't sleep good anymore. Yeah, keep my But yeah, I don't know. For me personally, after losing our son, like my wife always had, and she still has it on her daughter. She had life insurance on both of those for I think 10,000 each, and I always thought that was so flippin' morbid. I like can never. When we have open enrollments at work, it was only like 60 cents a paycheck to have a $10,000 life insurance policy on the kids. First of all, I never could have ever thought something was going to happen to either one of my kids to do that. And after my son passed, there was a whole bunch of bills to be paid and funeral, cremations, all this other good stuff. And believe it or not, I mean, when we got that check, I was just like, oh, thank God you did this. I think my wife filled out the last open enrollment and put our daughter on there for life insurance. But I told my wife, I said, that's kind of silly because if our daughter goes, there's really no reason for us to live. She's like, I know, right? So, but yeah, life insurance on our kids, I just thought was absolutely morbid. But my wife, she did the right thing, obviously. So
Good girl.
Get insurance, guys. Get insurance. I'm not in the insurance business by no means, but get insurance. That's just all I can tell you. Tony said
I've
after
hardly got any, but I don't have kids, so
right.
it's different.
Yeah, I mean, even then, you're I mean, if something did happen to you, Brian, I mean, is there? I just don't want to put anybody out on it for after someone passes. There's bills. There's lots of bills. There's funeral costs and everything. I just don't want that to be a strain on anybody for myself either. Alex, no, I'm not a pilot. I'm a paramotor pilot, but that particular insurance company deals with pilots. We do fly, so I guess we are pilots, but we're not really considered pilots.
But what he's saying,
but yeah,
he might be saying you got to be a licensed pilot to use that insurance.
No,
I don't know.
I'm not. I have it.
Did they ask you if you were a licensed pilot?
No. I called them and told them what I was doing and I needed life insurance policy on it. And they wrote it and asked me how much, and they sent me the contract and I signed it. The only thing I had to do was sign up for the free membership before I could get the insurance. I don't understand why, but I signed up to be a free member. And then I called them back and gave them I think it was I think I gave them my membership ID or something, and they wrote it up, and that was it.
In a group. So you
What's that?
Probably for a group rate.
Right. Like I said, I can tell you I have it, and I fly a lot easier knowing that my wife would be taken care of if something did happen. So I don't know. Let's talk about something less concerning. I guess. I don't know. So everybody gets to poop in Mick Elroy's. I gotta stop saying Elroy. I know his last name's McElroy, and I always leave out the Mick part every time. I don't know why. Anyways.
That's a big negative. I can go ahead and tell you that little dump thingy that he uses is strictly for gray water, no black water allowed. Especially from Skinny Chef Shane's camper, because he's been cooking up some stuff, and that's some funky stuff.
I can tell you, I have stayed in other people's campers that said, "Yeah, do whatever you want in there." I still go out. I don't know, man. I don't want others to deal with it. I don't want to deal with it. It's just my thing, dude. It really is. did that thing ever, like that hose ever popped off, Brian? Because you know you're down close to it when you pull it. If that hose popped off, dude, and oh my God.
What's that movie now? I'm mid-40s, early 40s, and when I was a kid, there was a movie came out. There's a bunch of people in a swimming pool. Somebody threw a Snickers bar in there, and I can see Shane in that pool as a kid, and he was the one that the Snickers bar landed right beside, and now his fears are unfounded.
You remember Caddyshack?
Oh yeah.
I think that's where that came from.
I think so, man.
Everyone in the pool was just like.
I can tell you personally, if that was my pool and I thought there was a turd in there, I'd have done the exact same thing. Drained that entire pool. It would have got filled back up with 100% bleach. After a week, it would have got drained and filled back up. And then I would have waited for about 4 months before I got into it. That's all there is to it. Oh my God.
Yeah, Caddyshack, Chevy Chase, and
Bill Murray.
No respect. Dang. You know,
what is this?
The Gopher? Bill Murray?
No respect, no respect. Dang,
oh, Rodney Dangerfield.
Yeah, Rodney Dangerfield. Man, he was funny just to look at, you know. I mean, he didn't have to say anything.
He was a damn good comedian, dude.
Yeah.
I remember his stuff. He was, yeah, I get no respect. Big ol' eyes, man. He definitely wasn't a pretty baby, I can assure you.
No, but he turned out all right, didn't he?
Yeah. He made a killing at show business. Oh man.
So anyway, what were we talking about before Baby Ruth or Snickers bars? Paramotors?
I think the camper thing? I really don't want to leave, be perfectly honest with you, dude, and go to an Airbnb, which sounds nice, but the idea of having to leave and now my wife would appreciate it because she'd get to sleep in the morning nice and quiet.
Well,
instead of having to hear
do both. Do the Airbnb, and then as a backup, you can sleep in the camper with me or somebody else, man. And you got multiple friends there with campers that you can use bathrooms in. So,
well, that's what now that I got the invite. I mean, I'm sure Krista had no problem going to the bathroom, in either camper or showering in it. The showering thing is probably the biggest concern. Like when we go backpack camping, like we haul in all of our stuff on a 8 or 10 mile hike, and then we spend the night and then we leave the next morning. My wife's, the only thing she hates is she doesn't get to take a shower that night. Like that girl has to have a shower, and which I'm thankful for because she's a clean girl. But yeah, she needs her shower, and that's the only thing. We only do one night because the next day we have to leave and we come home, and before she even unpacks anything, she gets in the shower every time. So we're getting ready.
What's in the bag?
You know
what's
what
in
it
the
is?
bag?
You know what it is?
What is that? Is that a tent?
Yeah, you're gonna be proud of me. It's like a, I don't know, 6 or 8 man tent. It was heck putting it together for the first time, but now that I know how to do it, I think it'll be a lot easier. Yeah.
We're gonna you gonna put it together right now in your living room?
Heck no. It was my buddy Darren gave it to me. So I'm gonna rough it at Pilot Mountain. Probably not Moonshiners. I don't
You going
know.
this weekend?
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude, man. I almost stuck around, but I had a couple other things going on back home.
It's
yeah.
full up there.
I know Brooks said he's going, and
I think it's gonna rain this weekend though. So
is it?
I think so. Sunday is looking pretty good, I believe.
Will, what are you staying in at Moonshiners?
I think with Eric and Jade, I think.
Well, I am bringing my, I'm bringing my big tent, the one that you stayed in last time. But, Daddy Dutch, what's up, Kit? How's it going, sir?
I think Will
You
stayed in
bet
the
you will.
back of that camper. You stayed in the back half of that mobile mansion, right? That's the bathroom that everybody's gonna be pooping in. All the
Yeah, in the
local.
garage. All right.
Dude, I had like 4 people using the bathroom of my camper over this last trip because there wasn't a bathroom at the LZ. And Shane, you would have just loved it.
Where was that?
As soon as you said that, I was like, oh no, that here's a roll of toilet paper. There's the woods. If a bear can do it, so can you. No way.
Where did you go, Brian?
I went back to the same spot I trained at for the trike transition in Tennessee.
With Brooke.
Yeah, he's got a foot launch class going on there this last weekend. So I had 3 total newbies that had never kited a wing before. Basically, it went from not being able to do anything to doing successful power taxis. And if conditions were better, that he would have let them fly.
I think you're going to become an instructor. Something's just telling me that.
Oh, really?
Have you thought of it?
I don't have any certifications. I just like to fly. But I like sharing the knowledge too. So, I mean, I was the water boy and the guy behind the camera, man. I wasn't the instructor there.
Right.
Where's Sean? I thought Sean was staying with Eric and Jade too. Y'all spooning? Who's the little spoon?
Yeah, wait, what's up with that? I wonder how many invitations they put out there.
Wait, are we talking about Will Fly and Sean spooning? I know who the little spoon is today.
I just want to know who I'm going to be spooning with. That's all. So I can prepare myself.
Oh man,
there's no preparing for that.
Yeah,
the chat is going. What's that,
Not
Jade?
another poop show.
You guys poop in the garage bathroom, not in mine.
I won't be pooping in anybody's other than the FBO, or if they got porta potties, then I'm fine with that too, depending. If porta potties wrecked, I'm out.
Did you guys ever watch that show X-Files? Like about 20 years ago? Did you ever see the one where the X-File is in the porta potty? I will not go in those. I'm so scared of it, thanks to that show.
I didn't see that.
No, sounds pretty crappy.
Sounds like a crappy episode.
It was.
No, so yeah, I think I can convince Krista that the shower option with Jade and Eric or Mark. So I think she'll be fine. So yeah, no Airbnb. I've made the executive decision. I will let her know that that's what I'm thinking, and hopefully she agrees. So
she can be in ours.
Yeah, she I gotta get a new air mattress. The one I got over here is in the middle of the night. You got to pump it up. I found that out the last flying that what was that, Swanee? Where was I? Like in the middle of the night, I had to pump the thing back up. It would lose air, but I cannot. I covered the entire thing with water and soap.
Bad apples.
Couldn't find where. Oh, no, I had a camper at Bad Apples. I can't remember. So, anyways, I have to get a new air mattress, but I have to get a full. I can't get the queen that I have will literally go wall to wall and take up majority of the trailer, my parrot trailer. So if I get a full, which that's really, I got a king size bed in our bedroom, and literally my wife and I use less than 3 feet of it. I mean,
What'd you do? Did you build it underneath the framework for a other?
Yeah,
tent
yeah,
roof?
under another canopy. Yeah, I
Okay.
did.
I'm trying to figure out what all the other extra poles and stuff are for.
Yeah. That's exactly what I did. So it's a big tent, isn't it? I mean, what do you think, Shane?
No, I mean, you can stand up. I don't care about how big a tent is, as long as I can stand up in it. I can't stand the ones that you gotta crawl in, and you can stand in that one, obviously.
Well, I wanted something that I could actually put my paramotor in if I ever needed to. And you know, that's hard to do in those. It's hard to find tents, at least it was for me, that have a tall open, entrance.
Do you not have a window unit with your tent?
Hey, Will.
What do you mean window unit?
Well,
you talking about AC
unit?
unit?
Let's see if I can find some video.
Yeah.
Hey, Jade, what's going on, Jade?
Hey, Will.
Yeah.
How do you carry your what's that called? Your Segway. How are you gonna carry that along?
With my one wheel.
Or your one wheel? How do you carry your one wheel?
What do you mean? How do I carry it?
Are you gonna carry it along on your paramotor camping trip?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Man, I don't go anywhere that involves a field without a Segway. No freaking way.
Yeah, ask him how he's gonna haul that up with his.
Yeah, how are you gonna haul that along on your camping trip?
In my car.
I thought you were.
You're not actually doing a backpacking thing. You're parking and then walking to your campsite and then setting up.
That's exactly right.
Short distance.
Oh, I thought you were taking off with your tent and flying to your campsite.
Oh, okay, yeah.
No, that
Segway was going to be dangling from underneath you.
No, that tent right there is probably, how much you say that tent weighs? 20 pounds, maybe?
Yeah, easy.
Yes. You're not.
Oh, that's Jason.
Nice.
Jason.
For those that have never seen a window, you now have.
Whoop, whoop.
Hey, did you notice his tent was blowing outward?
Could you show that again, Brian?
Yeah, could you hear the audio at all? I think I had it muted. Let me see.
Yeah, we heard it.
All right.
Look at it.
Will wants to see it again. So this is Jason's tent at the Bad Apples Fly-In, and this is genius because he had access to shore power or AC power, and this is a cheap little window unit.
Nice. For those that have never seen a window unit in a tent, you now have.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah. That was.
We have done that for years. Camping in a tent with the air conditioner. Let me see if I can find. I'm talking when my daughter was 2 or 3 years old. We had an air conditioner in there. It's the only way to sleep here in Florida. It's just too hot at nighttime. Now during the day, it really truly, if you're in direct sunlight, it's not going to keep up with the needs of staying too cool. What you'll get is about 2 foot from the ground will be cooler, much cooler, and then there's an inversion layer of just hot. So
you can get your little paramotor guy that Jade and Eric gave us, and you can hit that inversion layer and do some stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Inside a tent.
Did we not have
with the Chihuahuas?
Oh, we didn't have at Dave Purden's. We didn't have an air conditioner. That's right. I was thinking we did have one at Dave Purden's, but we did not. Let me see here real quick. During the daytime, it kind of sucked, to be perfectly honest with you. Middle of the day, it was too hot in there, really. But at nighttime, it was fine. And geez, I mean, I slept with 2 blankets, a sheet, and was a little chilly a couple of nights. I think it got down to 40 degrees, but it was like 85 at during the daytime. I was like, man, this is freaking warm up here
Just September.
during the day.
Yeah, Mark H is in the chat talking all about insurance and what you need to do it to get it. I knew somebody had some experience with it. I believe he is the one I remember.
You know what? I need to go to Facebook. I can pull up my tent from there and then screen share. Hold on. You guys keep talking. I'm trying to find my tent. I actually have an air conditioner that is actually designed with a for a window unit. It actually has a little piece that you pull over the air conditioner and everything. It is literally designed for an air conditioner. Oh, that's what I'm looking for.
Oh, Tony earlier on asked how many of us were, I think it was USPPA members.
I am.
I am not.
I am. I mean, it's the only way to get the rating. I mean,
yep,
you have to be.
Let me ask you something. Just say if somebody was to get their PPG2 rating and they were a member of USPPA and their annual membership for USPPA expired, does your PPG2 certification also expire?
That's a good question. I've thought of that too. I mean, when I got, I don't know if that was for me or not, but I can tell you when I got the PPG3 in order for, I mean, I already had the PPG2, but I had let my membership lapse. I had to renew before they issued the PPG3. So, hey, that's a good question.
Okay, I would think that you don't have to requalify for the PPG2, but I mean, if it's something like sport pilot's license or private pilot's license, you have to requalify periodically, correct?
Well, you have to have, you know, your reviews and stuff, but I don't think it would expire.
Yeah, I'm just curious. I don't know. That's the boat I'm in. I mean, basically my USPP A membership has expired, but I wonder about the rating.
I'd be surprised if it did. But if you do go to get another rating, renew your membership first before they put in the paperwork. I mean, it took them forever to finish mine.
Yeah, I'm gonna get my 3 rating. I was talking to Brooke about that. He said he can actually help me get my PPG3 rating. So yeah, that's my next step. I don't know, maybe an instructor rating at some point too.
I think it was yesterday. Brooke gave me the info on sending me my care package from for my wife. So Brooke, if you're out there, appreciate it, sir. Can't wait to get it. Super nice guy, by the way. Brian talks a lot of smack about him, but he's all right in my book.
Yeah, well, you can be easily deceived. Nah, he's a good guy, man, no doubt. He's one of these guys that got into it, is gung ho, and is just passionate about the sport, and really just wants to redefine his life around making a living off of paramotors and spreading the love, basically teaching other people how to fly. And I could see the appeal to the instructors now from kind of seeing it from that side. That it's awesome to see these people get their the things start clicking. They finally start taxiing the wing. They understand how to kite the wing, and things that start clicking, and to get their first flights. I think that's pretty cool. The aviator instructors, they talk about how much they loved it, to see it over and over, and it's kind of hard to appreciate it, until you experience it.
Hey, Brian, so I was wrong on the PPG3. License, I guess, whatever. It does have an expiration date on it.
It does.
So I don't know if that means the rating will expire with it, or if simply the membership will expire. So
No.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, if we obviously had to take a test to get our PPG tubes, and I did that in my training at Aviator. If I had to go back and take that test again a year and a half later, without having the ground school recently, it would definitely be tougher.
Oh man, I cannot find one picture on the dang setup I had. Really making me mad now.
Is that what you've been doing this whole time? Was looking for a picture?
Yeah, I'm trying to show the camp or the tent with the. Oh, that's Paris. Yeah, I don't know. I'm out.
Well, Linda's back. She's been back for a few minutes. She hasn't said anything.
Oh my gosh, in between people like messaging me or whatever, I still, for my work, I still have people always checking on me, where I used to work, and it's kind of cool. Some things is like, really? Is he still there? What's he doing? You know how you do all that. It's pretty, it's fun.
How long has it been since you worked there?
I actually retired a year ago on Saturday. So I was at Home Depot 33 years, and I retired a year ago last year. And I still keep in touch with, my, how you like when you retire and then you have the big party and people are like, yeah, we're gonna miss you, blah, blah, blah. And then you don't hear nothing from anybody, and very few of my girls that I work with, you come in touch with me. But my guy friends at my coworkers, they're always checking on me. Hey, what's going on? It's just like, there you go.
They know you're still single. That's why.
That's what it is, baby. That's what it is. I'm telling you.
Linda, did you work at one Home Depot for 33 years, or was that multiple ones?
Well, I worked at two different Home Depot stores.
Okay.
I worked at one for 10 years, and then I transferred over to another store because the store I was working at shut down and they had to rebuild it. So they put a new building. So I transferred over to another store and actually stayed at this other store for 20 years. So and then
that's a long time.
4 years. Yeah, 33 years with the company. Always stayed there.
All right, there's a question in the chat about from Tony asking about doing a food truck and following these fly-ins. I talked to Jeff Pearson, and no, he has not had his fly-in yet for this year. I talked to him via Facebook Messenger, and he hasn't had it yet. I asked him if he had it, and he's like, no, you'll be like one of the first people to know. I said, well, I thought I heard somewhere that you already had it. He's like, no. So with that being said, I talked to him the last fly-in that he had at Vail, North Carolina, and I told him I would cook for Saturday night. I think he paid, I want to say it was $1,000 or $1,200 for however amount of plates of food that he had that he gave away. And I told him, I said, I'll do that in a heartbeat for that money. That's money hand over fist. It's so simple, especially if they did pulled pork. You can do pulled pork and chicken quarters and feed one 8-pound pork butt will feed probably 10, 12 people. And if you charge even $5 a plate, you've already made your money back on the first 3 people on just the meat alone. So yeah, it's an option. If I can do it, I'll do it for sure. It's not that expensive to make the food. I mean, don't get me started. But as a full-time food truck, now I got a full-time job. I don't need another one.
as far as I'm concerned, I thought we were already had a food truck going around. It was Skinny Chef Shane's Camper.
Yeah, right.
And as long as I was camped within shouting distance of it, I was going to eat good.
Mhm.
Hey,
No,
Linda.
we did.
Tony in the chat says you were the girl at Home Depot. I asked you where something was, and you lied for what aisle it was and ran from me.
Anthony. Oh my God.
That was you, huh? He's giving me a hard time.
That's funny. Yeah. I've had people like literally text me. I don't even work there anymore, and they'll text me. Linda, you used to work over here. Where is this? You know, where can I find? Where's this part or whatever? It's really funny. Yeah, it happens. Yeah. Like
I used to have a part.
That's what you should tell me. My contract.
When I had a part-time job at Lowe's, I knew where everything was, but now I walk in there.
At what? At where? At where? Lowe's.
Lowe's.
At the L store.
Yeah, I go to Lowe's.
Oh, I know, Brian.
Linda, I'm gonna tell you, I will go to Lowe's before I go to Home Depot because I can never get help at Home Depot. Never. But when I worked there, I didn't need any help. I knew where everything was. But now I don't work there, and I haven't worked there in years. I'm like, dude, I don't even know where to look.
Let's not be partial or anything, but in the chat, Lowe's or Home Depot, who's your go-to?
There we go. We got 13 people watching.
Okay,
and let's see. Lowe's or Home Depot? What do you guys prefer if you had to go to one store or the other?
I mean, you can throw out, Ace Hardware or something if you want to, but if that's your go-to.
Hold on. We have an Ace store.
Menards, that's right. Depends on where you're at.
That wasn't
yeah.
That wasn't an option. It's Lowe's or Home Depot. But I will tell you, the Ace, dude, those guys, you can walk in with some oddball shaped screw or nut or whatever, and they're like, oh, that's a so-and-so. They're right down here. They'll walk right to where it is. I'm like, dude. And at least the Ace by my house, these guys are on top of everything. I walk in there with the strangest nut or bolt, and they're just like, oh, here you go.
Farm and
All
Fleet.
right.
Hadn't heard of that one.
I have to say, when I was still living in Arizona, and if I needed something, I didn't want to go and go run into where I worked, then right around the corner was an Ace Hardware, and I'd run in there, and they're always like on their game. I have to say, go in there, and they're like, what you need? And now they have a little hardware store right down the street from where I live now, and it's called Gilbert's Hardware, which has been there since I grew up. And you can walk in there, and there's always somebody walks up to you, what do you need here? This or that. And I have to say.
I tell you what, with Ace, that's where I get my propane tanks filled, and they give a hole punch. And after the 6 fill up, you get a free tank. So I go in there with my 30 pounds. I go up there with my 30.
Can't beat that. Gotta get over there and get that free fill up.
Yeah, after the 6th one, it's free. So, and when you're doing 30-pound tanks, it's considered for a camper or a home, so there's no tax on it. So usually it costs me the same amount to get a 30-pound tank of propane it does to get a exchange a 20-pound at Walmart.
Yeah.
So it's way better deal.
Yeah, I
in
can't.
my book.
I really can't say anything bad about the company I worked seriously for 33 years. They took care of me. There was a lot of changes, as retail, everything. Working with my contractors every day. It was a blessing. Some days are good, some days are bad, but you know what? It was like my contractors.
What did you do?
Linda, you know everything. where is, I need to find this part in electrical. Where's it at or whatever. And sometimes they come by, I've been walking all over the store. And I'm like, dude, all you had to do is come and ask me. And I would tell you where it's at. So there you go.
Linda, what did you do at Home Depot? What was your main job?
I was a cashier, but I actually worked at the pro registers. So I pretty much dealt with contractors like every day. Monday through Friday, had a set schedule. It was awesome. Yeah. And
Geriatric PPG asks who remembers Gamble's. Does anybody remember Scotty's home?
Oh, yeah.
Scotty's.
Scotty,
What was it? Scotty.
Where was that at? Scotty.
We had a Scotty's here in Florida. Obviously, one in North Carolina, if Will remembers. Oh, actually,
I
you're
lived
from
in Florida then.
Scotty's was the bomb, dude.
It was a hardware store or something?
No, it was like a Lowe's or Home Depot.
Oh, really?
They were actually before Lowe's or Home Depot even started up. It was called Scotty's.
Okay. Oh, wow. Where was that at?
In Florida.
Okay, because we had a Payless. It was called Payless Cashways, and they were pretty big before Home Depot started coming into the picture. And
right.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. When I started with the company.
Hey, it's after 10 o'clock, and I really wanted to only have an hour show tonight because I've had a really bad day. But you guys have definitely helped me out today, and truly appreciate it. Because, dude, not that I can discuss it right now, but I will eventually discuss today and my situation.
We're here.
I don't want to.
Shane, we're here.
Yeah, I appreciate it. And no, my bad day was not when my wife got home. That's not the point. No, I'm just kidding. It started way before she got home. Anyways, I greatly appreciate everybody tonight. But I do have to go spend some time with her. She's been gone for 6 days, and I've been staying up late and getting up at 5 every morning and freaking going and flying and having a blast. So thank you all. Hey, real quick before we go, Brian, please tell us where we can find you at.
I'm in Southeast Alabama right now. I got you. Oh, are you talking about on the internet, that thing that you can like dial up?
On the internet.
Yeah, PPG Brian, BRIAN.com. And yeah, you can find me there on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 3 to 4.
3 to 4.
All righty, Will Fly.
Will Fly.
You can find me on YouTube, Will Fly, or willflyppg.com.
Oh yeah.
Awesome. Jade, where can we find you at, especially tomorrow?
Flying Flamingo Jade, tomorrow night's show. I'm a little hoarse right now. I sound a little different. Tomorrow I'll sound better. But yep, watch my show tomorrow, flyingflamingojade.com, I think.
Right. We're excited. I'm excited about tomorrow.
Linda, where can we find you?
I have no idea anymore. No, I'm just kidding. ParamontUSA.com. But I have to give a quick shout out to all the chatters tonight in the chat room. I love you guys. We appreciate you all the time, every day. Yep, on all the shows and everything. So I always have to appreciate them and give them a shout out because they're very important for our show.
Yeah, and we got 18 thumbs up with 15 watching, so that's some good numbers right there.
There you go, baby. There you go. Yep. I have to say, Angela.
Where we find you, Shane?
I am at on Tuesday nights, 8 o'clock Eastern time. You can find us here at ppgshane.com or Never Trust a Skinny Chef Shane And yeah, you can find me on TikTok too at ppgshane.com, FYI. And thank you guys. And everyone, please look up Jade, Flying Flamingo, Jade, 7 o'clock Central tomorrow night. She has a guest on who is very energetic and not bad to look at, but I didn't say that. Anyways, you guys, I hope everybody has a great night. Thank you guys for stopping by. Appreciate it. See you guys next week.
Love you.
Peace.
Peace.